The live stream for Fate Grand Order, and we are getting back into the finale, of course, of this. Let's go ahead and jump into this. Basically, we're going to the finale of Agartha, and then finally get back into the other one, as I stated before. And we have all the way until 6. Well, yeah, we have all the way until 6:30, and then I need to get ready for SummerSlam, which I'm going to be live streaming today. So yeah, we're gonna finish those hopefully, but we have Agartha. Agartha is right now. Agartha. The Golden Temple. The women of Agartha. Beautiful, voluptuous, sexy women. I don't know why I'm doing that. Okay, let's see. Alright, I have some new servants I actually want to show you guys later on. You're gonna be in for a surprise. As much as I want my little sweetheart shooting outside, we can't have her in because, well, right. See, I have Raiko Summer, of course. So that was awesome. But as I said, we'll get to those later because I have a couple of them. All right. Let's see. Who do I want? Who do I need? Wait, that's Moon Cancer. Well, she can come in handy. Let's just see. The women of Agartha. We're flying. We're actually flying. How is this happening? I don't know. Yeah, the wrong person. I had forgotten they were still here. This is bad. They're starting to panic. Oh, that's not good at all. Why are they even here? Oh shit, SummerSlam kickoff is actually right now. Hey, I've got a job for you guys, huh? Real simple. Get out of here. Find as many of the men in prison here as you can and round them all up. Once you've done that, I want you to meet us back by the boats we used to get here. Oh, and don't worry about the Amazons. They should be busy zoning out the zombies. You could even steal their horses if you wanted. Now, go on. Hurry up. Oh, okay. We're on it. Well done. That was an excellent idea, giving them a job so they wouldn't have time to panic. Hey, people are always telling me I'm the sort who comes through when things get real hard. Besides, we were gonna have to do something about the men still imprisoned here at some point anyway. All the more so now that we literally have liftoff. Indeed. Oh god. Indeed. Not to mention that this area is likely to become even more dangerous. It would certainly be best not to have ordinary humans close at hand. Now then, now that our spectators have left for the time being, Miss Scheherazade, allow me to ask you a question. Where exactly do you intend to have this place plummet? Nowhere in particular. Any heavy populated city will do. Oh no, it's starting to shift horizontally too. It's definitely setting a course for somewhere. Then we need to act, and quickly. At least right now, we're still above the relative uninhibited Nepalese mountains, But there's still got to be at least some people seeing this. These last few minutes alone are going to be a nightmare for the Mages Association if this time period to clean up. And if that weren't enough, you were also going to drop this huge landmass on a heavily populated city. This is a disaster. It would be a catastrophe like we've never seen before. Hundreds, thousands of people will die. I'm afraid it could be orders of magnitudes greater than that. To make matters worse, the damage won't be limited to the physical realm. We're still experiencing the aftershocks of the Goita mess, so the world hasn't completely stabilized yet. There's no telling what sort of chaos this could unleash. That is exactly the point. There is a reason why I'm going to have a fictional city destroy a real one. And by doing so, I will destroy the concept of mystical secrets. What? Once Laputa plummets onto a real city, people everywhere will be forced to accept that the place of fiction is as real as the place it destroyed and the people it killed. Once that happens, it will change the world. Everyone will know that mystical beings exist, and in consequence, everyone will attempt to learn their secrets for themselves. Eventually, the mystical may become an ordinary part of everyone's lives. Wait, if that actually happens, then indeed, once mystics become available to all, they will cease to be mystics in the first place. That is the future I wish to bring about. A world where mystics lose all substance and power, so the heroic spirit summoning system becomes obsolete. Huh? Otherwise, I'll have to die again and again. I'll have to constantly live in fear of death. I'll never be able to escape the insidiousness of knowing my death is assured whenever I am summoned. You would go so far just to avoid death? Can't you understand how I feel? No, I can't. Your fear of death is far out of proportion for any living creature. If it isn't death you fear, but the idea of yourself dying, then something has gone wrong in your life. Let me share now what I held back that night. Our perspectives on death can't be more different. I am a warrior. From the day I was born, I have been taught that to die is an honor. The only aspect of death we fear is that we might die having violated our pride or Geist, not death itself. Death is inevitable for all living beings. The path you take is death is your life. You should be fighting what led you to fear death, and to such a degree, not death itself. You surprise me, young Fergus. You are far more composed than warriors twice your age. Your grown-up self must be a wise and kind warrior indeed. Actually, he's just a pervert. That I'm right there with all of you, but now is not the time. But I am not that strong. I never was, for I am not a warrior. I simply cannot help but wish to not die. This is all I think about. All I can think about. I don't want to be strangled. I don't want to be cut. I don't want to be flogged. I don't want to be burned. I don't want to be stabbed. I don't want to be starved. I don't want to be shot. I don't want to be eaten. I don't want to be crushed. I don't want to be poisoned. There are so many ways to die. So many ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Okay, I'm done. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want. That's all I ever wanted. For me, stories were my lifeline. A thin, flimsy lifeline comprised solely of words I strung together recently, uncertainly. Hang on, in the 1001 Nights? I think your motive was much braver than that. That's right, Master. I know the story of the 1001 Nights, the Arabian Nights as well. In it, there was a king who was taking virgins as wives and killing them the next morning. And you volunteered to go and stop him because it was the right thing to do, didn't you? At first, yes. But do you know what it's like to spend night after night with a deranged king who no longer trusts his women? The fear that comes with never knowing if the next day will be your last. He couldn't be reasoned with or bargained with. He would simply kill women for no reason at all. I could have been killed merely because the wind blew or because it rained. Anything could have set him off. And of course, it was always possible that he would grow tired of my stories and decide to kill me rather than wait to find out what happens next. It was as though I lived with a poison insect who could kill me with but a single string. That is why after some time, all I had left was the desire to not die. That was all I had. I devoted my entire being towards fulfilling it. Words, expressions, presence, gaze, solitude, demeanor, opinions, changes, is worldview, stories, pleasure, temperature, uselessness, usefulness, submissiveness, stimulation. I gave up everything I had also I wouldn't have to die. And at long last, after 1,000 interminable nights, the king finally came to his senses. After all that, when I had lived my one and only life, I was forced to become a heroic spirit. After I had been shaped and formed solely by my desire not to die, I went and became a being that is doomed to be repeatedly summoned and always disappear. Kings are both great in stature and foolish in mind. Agartha itself has proven as much. A single person attempting to lead a nation will inevitably end in discord, regardless of whether that discord leads to failure among its people or failure nation, blah blah blah. Okay, I know now that the responsibility for either outcome falls on the king. From the outside, the king will appear foolish or even tyrannical. No matter how skilled a warrior they are, kings who cannot accept that foolishness will not stay king. My future self knows that well. I don't think he does. Oh, pervert. Nothing I can say to you could make up for the suffering you endured, spending 1,000 nights with such a foolish king. But I can say this. I won't let you destroy the world simply because you don't want to die. We Celtic warriors see the world as a battlefield of honor, and your story contains no hint of honor. Yeah, you know I don't really get what's going on right now. But I do know I definitely don't want the Severn system going away. That would mean I never get to visit any new places or meet anyone new. Or get to spend everyone off with a word of encouragement ever again. Right? That'd be awful. I don't want to forget those tears. I am a knight of the White Lily, sworn to protect friends, indirect though it may be. I am proud that I can continue to fulfill my duty even in death. If you wish to remove the means of fulfilling my duty, that makes you an enemy of fronts on me. Above all, I won't let you cause a catastrophe. Well said, Master. If a landmass this size struck the Earth, the damage would truly be cataclysmic. We absolutely have to prevent that, no matter what. Fearing death, clinging to life, attempting to destroy everything, that much may be the same as the demon god king's plan, but she has nothing beyond that. She has no intention of remaking the planet, nor of starting over. All she's doing is trying to destroy the world out of petty personal desire. Again, she has nothing beyond that. I don't know how much influence the demon god pillar has had on her, but this whole idea is twisted. She's trying to commit suicide by destroying the world, also that she'll never have to die again. Don't misunderstand me. I would just as soon leave the world out of this if I could. That one who summoned me told me that there was one heroic spirit who voluntarily disappeared from the throne of his own accord. How I envy him. Things would have been so much easier if only I could do that too. Yeah, we know. You got it completely backwards. You have no idea what a great and tragic feat it was for him to disappear from the throne like that. Whether it's potential they failed to live up to or tasks they failed to complete, every great person has unfinished business of one kind or another. Only those who have succeeded at leaving nothing at all behind can fully disappear from this universe. His soul will never transmigrate. No one will ever tell his story again. He'll never be needed by anyone for anything. He had no choice but to disappear into the void. And you envy him for that? You don't need to say anything, Master. I feel the same way. She has no idea the fury she's just incited in all of us. Come on, let's show her just how wrong-headed her envy is. Wrong-headed. Okay, Scheherazade, this is really going to hurt. All I want is to not die. Oh, all I want is to not die, nothing more. So why? Why are you trying to subject me to that again? How could you be so cruel? Very well then, I suppose I have to fight if I don't want to die. Poor child. I doubt you'll let me go no matter how beautiful a dog's I present. I have nothing against you, Dante. If anything, I envy you too. Out of everyone here, you are the only one who will never have to die again once you are dead. She doesn't know that. The fact is, I can become a counter guardian literally at any point. Dang! I thought I loosened my body up, but apparently I didn't. I don't want to stretch. I want to warm it up. Warm up your body, so. Woo. Huh. Uh-oh. I picked the wrong. Damn. Shit. Alright, let's see. I just realized I screwed up. Alright, I'm gonna go back because I just realized I screwed up bad. I can't not fight these guys with the non-friend Merlin. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. We just had to get the hell out of there because that was going to be rough. Then I use Mommy Dearest and her big opie. Opie! I already read this, we don't need to do it again. Oh,
お仕置きをしましょう。いたずらには相応の UV カット。承知いたしました。ええ、あなたのやめてください。やめてください。やめてください。 ご存知のはず。
Why you? Alright.
あなたのやあらあらまあまあ。それ。やめてください。やめてください。寝てしまっても構いませんわ。
Oh, bullshit.
行きましょう。ええ。いけない。それ。山田です。苦しませはしないから。 はい、行きましょう。ええ。いけない。やめてください。やめてください。聖杯はふさわしい人にのみ。ご存知のはず。 手すさびのようなものですね。ご覧になってください。ご命令とあらば、この雷光鬼になります。承知いたしました。ええ。 あなたご命令とあらばこの雷光鬼になります。はっ。やめてください。やめてください。来たれ四天王。いいえ、五頭天皇の紳士たち参ります。ご王将来天皇開会しまいます。いざごめん。 やめてください。入れましょうか。山田です。入れましょうか。UV カット。 セット。苦しませはしないから。
I don't care how you do it, just say
プールサイドは走りません。
I've been waiting for you.
お任せください。承知いたしました。それ。痛いですか？
And here she goes.
これは私のことの葉が紡いだ終わりなき願いの物語。アルフ・ライラ・ライラ。今宵はここまで。UV カットセット。どんな波にも負けません。あらあらまあまあ。あなたの刃ですもの。それはすべての傷、
Here we go.
すべての怨恨を癒す我らが故郷。権限せよロード・キャメロット。山場です。開け天の杯。承知いたしました。白き聖杯よ歌え。
Yep.
来たれ四天王。いいえ、ゴズ天皇の紳士たち参ります。ご王将来、天皇開会しまいます。痛いですか？山場です。寝てしまっても構いませんよ。ご覧になってください。喧嘩は両成敗よね。苦しませはしないから。承知いたしました。あなたの刃ですもの。お任せください。痛いですか？それ。このようにあらあらまあまあ。あなたの刃ですもの。はい。痛いですか？無駄なことです。このようにお任せください。行きましょう。それ。いけない。深く入れましょうか。 UV カットセット。プールサイドは走りません。ファーお任せください。行きましょう。ビーチアタック。何でもできるラスボス系後輩なのです。どんな波にも負けません。天の杯行きましょう。
Here we go.
それは全ての傷、全ての怨恨を癒す我らが故郷。権限せよロードキャメロット。
Oh.
白き聖杯よ歌え。
Okay, let's see how much damage this does now. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if they died though. Huh, I guess they didn't die. Huh. Okay.
喧嘩は両成敗よね。怖い。てんてん。いけない。てんてん。やめてください。入れましょうか。ご存知のはず。はい、楽しみます。ファー。はい。ビーチアタック。いけない。入れましょうか。はい、楽しみます。残酷に冷酷にです。それ。はい、桜ピー。無駄なことです。このように。イリ
ア。Oh shit.
プールサイドは走りません。トナカイさん、お願いします。どんな波にも負けません。見たい。残酷に冷酷にです。それは全ての傷、全ての怨恨を癒す我らが故郷。権限せよロードキャメロット。さあ喜びなさい。声は静かに。 私の神は世界をドロドロにしてカーストキューピッドクレンザー。はい、桜ビーム。昨日眠れなかったから。
Taken out.
ご存知のはず。ロジカルです。論理的です。はい。ご存知のはず。
Probably gonna lose my prize fighter. Actually, all of them.
嬉しい。はい、嬉しい。ロジカルです。はっ。レディーアタック。終わりなき願いのものだ。アルフ大楽は今宵はここまで。
It works better against King. The King of Kings.
そんな屈辱です。先輩以外の人に倒されるなんて。
Huh?
論理的です。ロジカルです。論理的です。メリーアタック。タヤー。お説教のお時間です。ツインアームリタルクランチ。
As much as that annoys me, it had to be done.
UV カットセット。ご命令とあらば。ええ、あなたの刃で承知いたしました。将来天網開会。矮小ジッパシリアクタになるがいい。はっ。いいぞ。ごめん。入れましょうか。寝てしまっても構いませんよ。行きましょう。ええ。ファウル。いけない。リーチアタック。寝てしまっても構いませんよ。ご存知のはず。 承知いたしました。あらあら、まあまあ。それ痛いですか？ご存知のはず。このようにあらあら、どんな波にも負けません。承知いたしました。それは全ての傷、全ての怨恨を癒す我らの故郷。権限せよ、ロードキャメロット。痛いですか？やめてください。お役に立てましたか？それは何よりです。
I got bones. Wasn't expecting that. Whew. Let's do some writers. Well, let's get some writers in here, I should say. We'll be keeping Mommy Dearest in, but where is my beautiful? There you are. Hi, beautiful. How you doing? And all of my writers, I guess. All my good writers right now. I should say good right now, because Martha. My beautiful Martha. Devilish Ballet Saba. Critical strength. Your quick card effectiveness. Okay. I can do quick card effectiveness here. We'll be taking this one out for another increased booster effectiveness. Hang on a second. Oh wait. So first we'll change Martha. Where is she? Martha, of course. And then we'll move Martha. Actually, no, we'll keep Martha because I wanted to just play with Martha. I haven't played with her in a long ass time. So Martha. I love me some Martha. Oh, what is that? She's tough. Surprisingly, huh? Of course, after all, I don't want to die. Grr, this is weirdly harder than it should be. Something's not right. It's not technique or experience. It's more like she just squirms away whenever it feels like I've got a clear shot. Is that so? I haven't noticed anything like that. I feel the same as Astolfo. I still can't use my sword against her, but I should at least be able to hold her in place. And yet, she always manages to slip away at the last moment. What's going on? Allow me to tell you one of my traits. Now that I am a servant, no king can kill me. After all, the reason I became a heroic spirit is because I avoided death at a king's hand. Although strictly speaking, it's only a skill that lets me move around in order to keep kings at bay. Ah crap, are you serious? I guess since I'm a prince, it technically affects me too. Wait, what the hell? Hold on. Oh. How did that happen? Okay. It says, so, not anti-personnel, but anti-king skill. Maybe you king should sit this one out then. Master, this skill is making it easy for her to stall for time. Laputa's huge landmass has been slowly but surely moving this whole time. It's clear that this singularity took shape by combining with your noble phantasm. But what sort of magical energy should you possibly put together to make that work? How in the world did you manage to resource this design, the design? He's the one who told me how it should work. He? Who is he? I was to summon servers to an enclosed underground world and have them fight one another. Such an environment would naturally lead to conflict. The more twisted, the better. Okay, so this is the demon god pillar she's talking about, right? So I decided to use a conquistador with unabashed twisted desires as the base of its design. At 7 EP. As Columbus said, Agartha was indeed the sort of world he had long wished for. Wait a minute, it hasn't started yet, has it? Okay, no. I would be beyond pissed if it did. But he could not have guessed that the patron would grant that wish had even more deplorable motives. It doesn't matter how it was all designed. The main goal was getting servants to fight, which means conflict between servants would lead to a vortex of magical energy. On top of that, the enclosed nature of the underworld singularity enables it to trap the vanquished servant's soul and continuously exploit the energy generated as they attempt to return to the throne. Hold on a second. Hang on a second. That was the goal. It would then use the abundant energy to slowly make my story into a reality. Okay, so the kickoff is still going on with the kickoff. Okay. I'm not. That sounds rather like having a horse turn a cogwheel by dangling a carrot before its nose. Sounds about right. He also told me that this could be considered a kind of Holy Grail war. Ha! A Holy Grail war that exists only as a twisted story where no one attempts to seek the Grail. But before I knew it, the Holy Grail had already materialized in the form of a story come to life. Look out, Master. I think she's still just trying to stall for time. Hey, if Laputa drops onto a major city, she'll have won. Please hurry. Okay then, time to bust out the cliches about how I've been holding back this whole time. I have fought alongside all of you, and I know how strong you are. You are indeed powerful enough to kill me if I let my guard down. If I let down my guard. So from here on, I'll leave it to you, Phoenix. Eh? A demon god pillar, Phoenix. I am Truth. Reunion. One of the 72 demon god pillars. It's the demon god pillar, please be careful. Phoenix, the demon god of death and rebirth, though thought to be identical to the Phoenix known in the West. His number is 37, his rank Marquis. It's said that his very word is a natural poem. I see, that explains his unusual manner of speech. As to the quality of his poetry, I shall refrain from voicing my opinions. I would love to have Watson offer his opinion on it, but not that he is a poet himself, of course. But perhaps hearing what passes for poetry from this creature would inspire him to try his hand at it. I finally understand why I wasn't able to see the demon god pillar looking behind Scheherazade before. A number of his values are inverted. In other words, numerically speaking, he is already dead. How do you mean? Now I see, we never saw him because we never looked for something that was dead. This may only be a trick unique to the demon god pillars of death and rebirth. But we probably shouldn't count on future demon god pillars being easily detectable either. The reason I am here is to prove my friendship, to accept Scheherazade for who she is. Life and death, unavoidable self-purpose. Ugh, God, my back itches. Hold on. Unavoidable life and death, simple death or no rebirth, only acquired by melding with me. Her wish, her dream, not to die, not to live. I found it. Answer the answer. So he isn't using Scheherazade at all. It sounds like he's actually sympathizing with her. You actually understand what this demon god is saying, Master? More or less. Yeah, kinda. That's amazing. No wonder you're the master. I didn't have the faintest idea. I may not know what he's saying, but I do know what he is attempting. Yep, now that he's not hiding anymore, he's gotta try and do us in personally. Let's do this, Master. Let's show him how he's no different from any of the other thousands of pillars we walloped before. Our target is Phoenix, the 37th demon god pillar. Please destroy him. Please destroy him, Master. I will destroy him. NXT. Woo, woo, woo. You know it. Demon god pillar appears.
なる闘争、それがルチャリブレ。自由にぶちのめされてください。ええ、わかりました。ええ。
Saint Martha.
えい。怒らせるなっての。
That's kind of funny though. Demon Godzilla as a caster. Oh shit. Voice of temptation in my lips. What? That sounds like he's trying to come onto my servant. I don't like that.
プールサイドを走りません。
Nobody comes onto my servant except
分かったね。
me.
楽しいね。お任せください。とう。それ。
鍵にある命、なんと羨ましい。渇望の炎。
見ていてね、マスター。
The chain error. How dare you?
渇望の炎。羨望の炎。嫉妬の炎。
これが私の信じる心。よーし、分かったね。見ていてね、マスター。
She sounds super cute.
とう。行くわよ。トペクラッチャー。
鍵にある命、なんと羨ましい。羨望の炎。
She's now immobilized. Shit. Alright,
いいわ、お姉さん頑張
I
っ
think she's gonna bite the dust first. I'm gonna
て。こ
do
れが
that.
私の信じる心。いいわ、お姉さん頑張っちゃう。
And
奇跡
another
は
one bites
熱
us.
い展開です。もう止まりません。愛を知らない悲しき竜、ここに星のようにタラスク。
Tell us.
あなたには高さが足りません。私は炎、シルクアドルチャレアード。
He got burned and some other stuff.
羨望の炎。渇望の炎。
Oh, whoops. Uh-oh. Never mind. Wrong thing.
プールサイドを走りません。どんな波にも負けません。よーし、飛びます。わかりました。それは全ての傷、全ての怨恨を癒す我らが故郷。権限せよ、ロード・キャメロット。
I gotta let my body breathe because I think this shirt makes me feel. Ugh. Trap. And I'll pour this up so you guys ain't have to see all this. There you go. You guys can see my head and you don't have to see nothing else. Especially because I got my fat belly out.
完璧よ。ほら
I guess he doesn't count as the opposite gender? I don't even know.
私の体は完璧よ。ほら綺麗でしょ。奇跡を。へえ、そう分かったね。楽しいね。愛を知らない悲しき竜、ここに星のようにタラスク。あれ
銀獣は再生と死の断り、またの名を呪いと見る。
こんなとこで
渇望の炎、羨望の炎。
熱い展開です。もっと待ってよし。飛び分かったね。楽しいね。
Here we go.
あなたには高さが足りません。私は炎、シルクワンドルチャレアード。
She just freaking suplexed that thing.
あれ行くわよ。トペクラッシャー。
嫉妬の炎。
よーし、飛びます。いいんじゃない。あれ
嫉妬の炎。渇望の炎。
This thing is
わかり合
really
えな
not that hard. Really not that difficult to defeat. I mean, yes, I'm losing serving, but not fast. Like, I'm not losing service really fast, so it should be all right.
決めるぜ。
痛いですか。レイブティー
スマッシュ。
羨望の炎。
任せな。
What the hell?
すまねえ。ガス欠だ。
渇望の炎。
I could just cast a death spell? Just like that? Jesus. I didn't even know he could do that. Well, I didn't know a death curse like that would have actually worked, to be honest.
特別に見せてあげいいんじゃない。特別にいいんじゃない。へえ、そうなの。
Okay, this is interesting.
あらゆる力が私の力。人を滑る王権、人を虐げる鋼鉄。
I don't even know how this would work on a demon god builder. That just look like it's impossible.
素敵素敵。
Unless you shrunk him down and use them as a, well, you know.
嫉妬の炎。
ええ、あなたのあらあらまあまあ承知いたしました。せいいいぜ。ごめん。
Okay. Good.
羨望の炎。限りある命。なんと羨ましい。
え
I gotta do this. I mean, I don't like using that, but I don't want her to die just like that just yet, so.
羨望の炎限りある命羨望の炎
Okay, you psycho. You know what, I gotta do both of them because I'm really not planning to die here. Here we go. This should completely work. Basically, to the last servant.
人を滑る王権、人を虐げる皇帝、人を震わす恐怖、チャリオットマイラブ。名物逃がさないわ。ほら逃げて逃げて。
銀汁は再生と死の断り、またの名を
She didn't kill him?
呪いという嫉妬の炎羨望の炎
Okay.
いいんじゃない？
Right, he survived.
名物逃がさないわ。ほら逃げて逃げて。
It's like, don't be alarmed.
次の死なぜ逃れ
Because she's a crazy ass bitch.
倒れてしまうなんて残念ね。そんな風じゃ私の勇士にはなれないわ。
Man, this feels so much better. Okay, my freaking iPad is going crazy right now, or my tablet is going crazy right now. iPad, I'm tripping. Whoo! Damn demon gods. Ah! Fergus! But I'm not the only one. Sorrow, doubt. Are we evil? No, no, no. We are nature. As such, we must be one mind, one body. Scheherazade equals Phoenix. Our wish, not to die while alive. Our fate, to be reborn once dead. Compulsion, our existence contradiction, our wish never to be granted. We are both slaves to our wish. But if all living things wish not to die, if we live forever without being stripped of that, that is not a wish, it is a curse. We cannot help but want to break it. Did we get him? The demon god pillar's signal is gone, but Master, I'm picking up a faint servant reading nearby. Please be careful. Scheherazade. Okay, well, she's almost dead. Phoenix, you are the only one who ever understood me. But eh? Nothing has changed. The ending has already been written. After all, Laputa has already materialized. The whore has materialized. Even if the demon god vanishes or I die, it will still plummet to earth. Not a story, but reality. Seriously, why is this thing called Laputa the whore? I mean, well, Laputa means whore, but why? Parts of it may be damaged, but that doesn't matter. It should retain its form until impact. There is nothing anyone can do to stop it. This is the final chapter for all of you and for me. At last, my wish will come true. Hee hee. Bah humbug. Cray cray. Crazy. Cuckoo, 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 cuckoo. No battle. Ugh. It looks like this is it. But if I just disappear now, I truly would be pathetic. You got hurt, kid. Yeah. Fergus, your wound is too deep. Stay down. No, it's okay. Young and weak as I am, I knew there was no way to escape grievous injuries while trying to blah blah blah. Hold on, because this thing just went off. Grievous injury is while trying to battle a demon god pillar. But this time, my experience won out. Thanks to the training I've undergone in Agartha, I was able to escape with my life, though only barely. That said, I don't have much time, so before I go, I'd like to talk to Scheherazade. But your spirit origin is just barely holding together, and besides, nothing you do about her will help stop Laputa. I think he's got something in mind. I'll admit I'm worried, but go for it. The young wounded warrior, the powerless, helpless, half-baked child, who never truly had a role to play in the story. You can't stop this. You simply cannot. Even if you sully your innocent hands by ending my life now, Laputa will not be erased. You're wrong, Scheherazade. What I am going to erase is your fear of death. You are a strong woman. You may have had the demon god pillar's help, but you still planned, constructed, and created this story. More than that, you never gave us the slightest hint that it was you, even though we were right by your side. You are nothing if not resilient. And not just you, every woman we met here in Agartha was strong. The hot Wuzetian, Penthesilea, the pirates of Wise, the subjects of the Nightless City, the Amazons of El Dorado. They were all strong in their own ways. Thanks to that, I see now just how narrow-minded I used to be. How foolish it was to think that women were nothing but chastity and dainty, the creatures that were only fit for sewing, that they could never be valiant opponents against whom to draw my sword. What is your point? Are you saying that now that you know how strong women are, you're ready to kill one yourself? I told you, even if you kill me... No, it's not that. My point is that I believe I eventually realized that when I was alive as well. That version of me spoke to and did battle with strong women. I can even remember some names through my only faintly. A Meb of Connaught, Scott the queen of the land of shadows. Effie, ferocious as a wild dog. Deirdre, who fiercely fought her awful fate. Ness, who offered up her body so her child could be king. No doubt I met these women after I was fully formed. But even before I met them, there must have been other similarly strong women as well. That's what caused me to realize how many women ought to be. I don't understand what you're talking about. There's no point in bringing up your past. Yes, there is. If I'm going to stop you, I need to tell you about myself, about how greedy I was. Greedy? Really? You've been all stoic and earnest and a real nut for training all this time. I mean that I was greedy for a king. I wanted it all, so I had no choice but to train. It was a sign of my desire and my anxiety. It's the same with my greed. Mosh, do you remember what you told me before? You said that no matter what else may happen, as long as you remain yourself, you'll become who you're meant to be. I did, yes. Yes, maybe I did. That's exactly what I'm talking about. In the same way that I came to realize how strong women are, the time I spent here in Agartha merely let me experience things I would eventually learn anyway. Some women love to plunder, some were bound by social norms, and some simply obeyed their leaders. What's more, every one of them lived happily in their own way. They all had strong points and shortcomings. I'm a simple man at heart, so I wanted to resolve that complexity. I wanted to know if it was possible to lead a nation in a way that everyone could accept. As I said before, I'm greedy. I couldn't stand the idea of everyone not being happy. So, as I learned more about Agartha, I kept thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking. And in the end, I decided something I should have known all along. What's that? Haha, the truth is, I'm not cut out to be a king. Huh? After all that build-up, that is all you wanted to say? Of course not. There's more to it than that. To make it a long story short, I realized this morning that I don't measure up. But to put it bluntly, I just don't have what it takes to be a king. You all saw that much sooner than I did, but I finally see it for myself now. Thank you for all for being kind enough not to say anything. It says, sure, no problem. Do your best to stay quiet with a straight face. I never did become a king, or rather, I didn't stay one for long. Ugh. Over here fighting not to throw up. It's true, according to legend, you agreed to step down from the throne for a year. It passed it on to your lover's child from a previous marriage. But after that year had passed, your subjects still wanted your lover's child to continue ruling. So you gracefully stepped aside and became a mere warrior, or so the legend goes. Haha, gracefully, huh? That's a nice way to put it, but I doubt I had any other choice. By that time... Wait. I'm sure I had already realized what I know now. That I didn't have what it takes to be a king, that I was so greedy it would be wrong of me to pursue that greed from the throne. And that fulfilling it as an ordinary man was the right thing to do. In other words, I learned that I was only really suited for cherishing the things I love. And what are those? Fighting and women, of course. Senpai, he's starting to sound more like the usual Fergus. I know, Mosh, but let's not bring that up now. Incidentally, Da Vinci had it backwards. I gave Concho Bar the throne so I could take Ness as my lover. Essentially, I sold my crown all because I wanted a woman's body. Pretty despicable of me, isn't it? Once again, where are you going with this? I never heard such an incoherent story in my life. Really? I was hoping you would give me some leeway on that, since I'm a warrior rather than a storyteller, but alright, I'll get to the point. Basically, I learned about the strength that women possess. I learned that they are our equals and in many ways rivals and are worth devoting my life to pursuing. What about you, Scheherazade? What do you mean? Let me ask you about Agartha. You created it so that women would be the dominant gender. Why? I already told you, I used Columbus's desire as the base for... Are you sure about that? Columbus's desire was to get rich by selling slaves. There was no reason that those slaves had to be women. As far as he was concerned, the fact that Agartha was full of women was simply icing on the cake. he would have been perfectly happy and acted the same even if it had been dominated by men. If you had made this world in line with his desire, it would have just as easily been a world ruled by oppressive kings rather than queens. But instead, you went out of your way to make it ruled by women. Why? I'm not... I see, so you did it unconsciously without understanding why. My guess is, you did that because you inherently fear men, and you see them as beings extremely linked with death, and capably, I don't know. That's why you wanted to keep them under control and had them treated as livestock rather than people. Based on what you told us before, it was clearly that king who installed this fear in you. He was truly a terrible person, making you endure such torment for 1,000 nights. He was not fit to be a king just as I, though for different reasons. Be that as it may, why does it matter? That's why I have to tell you that you're wrong. Now that I've realized the connection between me, the Fergus McElroy, who wanted to be a good king, and the Fergus McElroy who knows how men and women ought to be, I have to make sure you understand the truth I grasp. A Celtic truth. A Celtic truth? You need men and women to make children. Blah! No, Da Vinci didn't! She whistled! Oh my god, no she didn't! A very sound conclusion. What a profoundly mundane truism. It's... Okay, where is he going with this? Cause that's funny as hell. No, Da Vinci did not whistle. What are you talking about? That's just common sense. Yes, it is, and yet you don't seem to grasp it. Yes, men can and do bring about death. But it's ridiculous to think of them in only that way. There is a much more important role that men and women both share. It's something you should be thinking about long before you think about dying or being killed. No, I don't get it. I don't understand. To begin with, how I think about death or men is none of your business. And even if you do erase my fear of death, there is still nothing you can do to stop Laputa. That's... Indeed, Laputa will not stop. It will only continue on this path towards the destruction of fantasy. Oh my goodness. He said to make children, and everybody's like, "Blah." Well, basically, Astolfo is like, "Blah." Deon started blushing. Freaking Da Vinci just, I can't even do it. Just whoo, just freaking whistled, and Mosh and me are like, the fuck. Oh Lord have mercy, that was hilarious. Fergus. You psycho simpleton. No, I think I understand what he's trying to get at a little bit. Not fully, because, but I think I understand what he was trying to, at the very least, say. But Jesus Christ, boy. He said, to make children. Well, very astute of you, but what the hell does that have to do with anything? Okay. This boy is really something. That's all I will say to that. He is truly something. So at the end of the day, he grew up because, I mean, he quit his throne because he wanted, well, he gave up his throne to marry a woman so that he can bump uglies. So he can get down and dirty. So he can start making babies. You know what? I agree. That is a perfect reason to just give up the throne. I mean, who doesn't want to make babies, right? Especially with the woman of the love of your life. So, yep, I agree. Good on you, Fergus. You are truly a man among men. Okay. Let's see. You know what? It's time to bring old Snappy. I mean, well, my darkness to this battle. I'm about to rev up old Smacky. To make babies. Men and women were put on this world to make babies. Okay. Yeah, I don't disagree, but what the hell? Boy. It's like, seriously, that was just a, after he said that, that was just a bruh moment. Straight up, just bruh. No hesitation, just straight up, bruh. Men and women were put on this world to make babies. Let's make some babies. Take, oh yeah. I'm gonna be willing. I'm gonna be wheeling from that shit. Okay. I don't even know who I want to choose from. Wait. Number Phantasm string, blah blah blah. I want to add this to my boy. My boy. Critical strength. At the beginning of battle, 50, no. Critical strength. What do I want to go with? Charge 50. We are supposed to make babies by doing the nasty. Your boy Fergus just wants to do the nasty. I have fucking no clue. Shit. I just don't know what to use for her. No, I just use this. Fuck, I don't care. I really don't know if that's the right thing to use, but I'm using it anyway. Wait, why the hell? You know what? I don't even care. Sure hit. And I'll just have her as like a last resort. You know what? Yeah. I should not have her on my team because I just realized I haven't fully ascended Passion Lips. So Juicy Lips, you will be replaced with her. It says, indeed, Laputa will not stop. It will only continue on its path towards the destruction of fantasy. I'm guessing that's who I think it is. Why is the body of one of the resistance members talking? I thought you were a storyteller, Shahrazad. Why are you listening instead of telling? You're Phoenix, the true Phoenix. I thought we had talked about our fear of death, about the cruelty that inevitably accompanies life. My, what a horrible voice. That sounds more in line with what his legend describes. Perhaps it has... Come on. Something to do... Oh, shit. Hold on. Fuck. It says, my, what a horrible voice. That sounds more in line with what his legend describes. Perhaps it has something to do with his new form. At least he's talking in normal sentences now. Is this his new form, or did the poetry just get old? Either way, it certainly simplifies matters. At any rate, I suppose we shouldn't be surprised that a demon of death and rebirth is hard to kill. At the risk of being repetitive, he's technically already dead. That goes for both the human he's using as a vessel and the demon god pillar himself. And yet he's still here in the physical world. How is that even possible? How do we kill something that's already dead? Well, actually I already know, but I'm not... Like, you're kidding me. You gotta be shitting me. It says, Phoenix. My friend. The one who understands me. The one who runs from life and death. Didn't I tell you about the many times I have died? About the unfairness of it all? I know you have told me about the same thing. You have died. About the unfairness of it all. And I know now, I told you this, that you had reached the same conclusion as me. A demon god, a being who has transcended human understanding. Let me see, hold on. Long ago in a distant land. Oh yeah, I'm trying to make his voice sound like Aku. Thus, it is true. Our wish is truth. It is wrong for those with many lives to also experience death many times. Yes, you're right. But worry not, no matter what this rabble may be plotting, our wish will be granted. As long as I am here, no, even if I fall now, this fantastical city will still succeed in its descent and destruction of a real city. On Inertia alone. Inertia alone. There is no way to stop it. It is I who shall see that the will of the 72 demon gods is done. The incineration of humanity may no longer be possible, but there is no end of ways to bring about their end. My true ambition in dropping a mystical city is to burst the bubble of human understanding. May its fall bring about humanity's destruction. You're wrong. That's right, I'm certain there is. But to figure it out and actually do it, it seems clear that we'll need to defeat this demon god first. That too is impossible. The very nature of my being is all I need to declare that my destruction at your hands will never happen. What a pity. Scheherazade, you are nearly at death's door. Stay there and bear witness as the world's life and death are blended together with fantasy. I promise you that this detestable death will be the last death you shall ever have to suffer. The demon god pillar has reappeared. His threat level is even greater than before. So we didn't splat him hard enough the first time. Man, he's tough. Nonetheless, I'm afraid we have no choice. We will destroy him as many times as we must. I'm afraid I'm not yet the Knight of the Red Branch. I'm still on my way to becoming that. But even so, I promise I'll use everything currently at my disposal to make up for being miscast. I guess we'll just have to find a way to destroy him while we fight. At any rate, we finally found our ultimate objective. He may be one of Goethe's pesky remnants. But I bet that if Goethe were here now, he'd be clutching his ears and saying, "We have no need for one such as this," after hearing him speak. I have no love lost for the demon god, the king of the demon gods, but we can at least pay him the minimum amount of respect we owe to any formidable opponent. I guess that's reasonable. On behalf of Claudia and all of humanity, destroy the demon god Phoenix. Get him, Dante Yeager. Long ago in a distant land, I, Akuda, shapeshifter and master of darkness, unleashed an unspeakable evil. That's what I'm trying to sound like, but I rate my own shit a 7 out of 10 or a 6 out of 10, probably. I, Akuda, shapeshifter and master of darkness. That time I was fucking on. Alright.
この像を生半可なことでは収まらぬ。
もっと
UV カットセット。
All you know is at an end.
どこから食おうか。
嫉妬の猛炎、渇望の猛炎。
はい、楽しみます。いいのね。ええ。ビーチアタック。
I shall bring about death and rebirth.
渇望の猛炎、嫉妬の猛炎。
目障りな。はい。ええ。苦しむがいい。どう？
If I'm gonna eat somebody, it might. What the hell? It might as well be you. Come, Angra, Manu, my darkness.
任せな。
ええ。
言っとけ。
戦望の猛炎。戦望の猛炎。
プールサイドは走りません。さあどうだ。さあどうだ。
Welcome to the food chain. Mosh. For my marvelous consumption. You're a welcome little snack. I'm gonna eat somebody. It might as well be you. Can you dig it?
すべて
I
の
can
邪悪
see
を
you as
いい
a
の
sandwich or a strange exotic stew.
はい楽しみます。はいすべての邪悪をここに。ビーチアタックくらえ。これは憎悪によって磨かれた我が魂の方向。ラグロンドメント・デュヘイ。
Destruction.
貶めるは神秘と地のことあり。すべてが暴かれ、そして消える。嫉妬の猛炎。当てつけがましい少女。
Is he trying to commit genocide just now? Jesus, okay.
UV カットセット。 UV カットセット。はい楽しみます。いいのね。はいそれどう。
渇望の猛炎。当てつけがましい少女。
おい来た。
はいいいのね。どう。
渇望の猛炎。
I knew she would die.
この猛炎。
さっさと済ませようぜ。さて派手にやられますかね。
Vargas Vaza.
行くぜ。てめえの自業自得だ。
No!
これは憎悪によって磨かれた我が魂の方向。ラグロンドメント・デュヘイ。 痛いですか。
Huh?
当てつけがましい少女。
また
当てつけがましい少女。
It says when health reaches 0, recover unremovable. Then how do you kill him?
思い上がりましたね。本気で行こうか。ほう、しかり。あらあらまあな。へい。
貶めるは神秘と地の言葉。全てが分かれ、そして消える。
本気で行こうか。
嫉妬の猛炎、嫉妬の猛炎。
ご覧になってください。ご命令。あらあらまあな。ええ、あなたの刃ですもの。来たれい我が中心、我が手足、我が具足。四天王などこれこの通り。ご王将来、天網開会。痛いですか？いいぜ、ごめん。
嫉妬の猛炎。
With one sand cord, I shall bring all back from the grave.
さあどうだ。さあどうだ。どう料理したの。さあどうだ。UV カットセット。どんな波にも負けません。邪悪をここに解放。それは全ての傷、全ての怨恨を癒す我らが故郷。権限せよロードキャメロット。
Lord Camelot.
これは憎悪によって磨かれた我が魂の方向。
True
ラ
destruction.
グロンドメントデュヘイン。貴様らの呪いを返してやろう。
Yeah, after this, I think I should start making Angra a level 100 pretty soon. I think Angra should be a level 100. It might be interesting. Do boy girl boy girl boy girl for like that. Since I have Mama Raiko at level 100 now, I go to Angra, and then after Angra, I guess I'll make. No, wait, no. I think I should make Shuten. Shuten will be a level 100 first. Mama Shuten, then we'll do Angra, and then we'll and then afterwards. Oh, she actually paralyzed his ass. もっと
UV カットセット。UV カットセット。はい、楽しみ。ファー。はい、行きます。どう？
貶めるは神秘と地の異なり、全てが分かれ、そして消える。無駄に過ぎる。こんなものでは終われぬのだ。
さあ、首を切りましょう。おさらばです。
We survived. I offer war. War. Okay, where's my buddy? Where's my pals? I need to get some of my pals in here. Ed. The dude named Ed here. Our attacks are landing, but we can't seem to kill him. This is no time for compliments, but no wonder he is called the Demon God Pillar of Death and Rebirth. We're kind of worn out after all this fighting. If something doesn't give, I don't like our chances. Crushing, loathsome, burning, lamentable, beheading, unwatchable. Now the manner of your deaths. His offense is relentless. Master, I think you should do something. Don't worry. We'll get a chance. I'm sure of it. Ragnarok then. Wonderful. This will link life and death like never before. I've been waiting for this moment. I am unable to kill Scheherazade, for I am, without a doubt, a king greater than any other. And as you had bonded with her, I cannot kill you either. Thus, I have no choice but to hide and bide my time for the chance to strike. But now that you have separated, that time has come. Wuzuin, Little Woo. How dare you address me, the great empress who ever lived, so informally? Your insolence goes too far. Damn it, I forgot what I was calling you. Well, no matter. I shall not soon forget this transgression, Dante Yeager. Funny how she still remembers your actual name. Silence, pig-haired hussy. Do not misunderstand me. This nation is still mine. I am still alive after all, and I certainly never relinquish my throne. As such, this hooligan is nothing more than a nuisance to my nation. if he thinks he can float my land into the sky and drop it unpunished. This fool is gravely mistaken. Wu Zuan, right? Her signal didn't disappear when Megalos crushed her in the Nightless City. But I never saw exactly why that happened. She's an assassin. I assume her spirit origin signal had vanished after that attack. But she could have just been using her skills as an assassin to conceal her presence this whole time. You have wasted your efforts, interloper. Cursed Wu Zetsuin. And what can you hope to? Once I have found a criminal, the next step is obvious. Torture, 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 and more torture. Snaggletooth. Torture is the art of keeping one's victims alive as long and as agonizingly as possible while killing him. Now plunge into my deadly pot, demon god. Grah! Irksome flea! Irksome flea! Little Wu! Idiot, simpleton, fool, baka baka baka! Basically. Don't just stand there. Surely you can find a way to kill even the demon god of death and rebirth if he is being kept in a state of both life and death. Now hurry up and finish him off. How? He's all wriggling around and stuff, and he's surrounded by a poisonous bog. Now I see. So, this is why I'm here. Fergus. Deon, Ostafel, Dr. Yeager. The rest is up to you. Don't worry. I never had more than a bit part to play. It won't make any difference to the story if I'm gone. Hey, you're not seriously going in there. Gah, gah, gah. What is that fool doing jumping into my noble phantasm? If I read this right, this is a melting pot of life and death, shaped and molded by the plane of torture. It is another plane of existence, one where the very concept of life and death mingle together. So when I die here and simultaneously come back to life, that should give me a chance to try again. A chance to try again? Gah, gah. If this pot is truly a place where life and death are mixed together, and if, as the still developing Fergus McRoyce, who would originally never even exist, I am able to accept both life and death at the same time, then in that moment, that should create a link to the version of me who should have been summoned all along. So you're trying to force a connection between your death and your rebirth. That is certainly bold of you. You're essentially trying to resummon yourself. But it could work. It would only be for a moment, but that would let you make contact with your older self. Except you were already fairly injured to begin with, so that torturous noble phantasm could end up actually killing you. How are you planning to go about the rebirth part? With this! A Tatame Bako. You still have one? It's the one Columbus tried to use. Luckily, it happened to land near me. Gah. There's no more time. Here goes nothing. I'm going to accept this pain and death and use the Tatame Bako's magical energy to be reborn instantaneously. At the same time, I'll pull out at least a part of my true self's existence from the space between life and death and make it my own. Here goes! Fergus! That's it, that's it! Grow! Grow like a rainbow, become a sword of infinite length, but a sword nonetheless, for my rainbow sword of unending length is also a spiral sword, my spiral rainbow sword, Calibog! That is the sword the other Fergus carries. That little dagger, really? With this sword, even a careless strike made in anger can easily annihilate 3 hilltops. Its power is great enough to destroy entire landscapes. As such, I shall use it to crush both the demon god who eternally wanders between life and death, and this land of fantasy floating beneath my feet. Incredible, Calibog is absorbing all the surrounding magical energy as it spins, which is causing it to spin even faster. Rainbow, spill forth where the spiral leads. Calibog! Your boy is a straight beast. No, he didn't. He pulled it off. Holy shit. Still not enough, huh? In that case, Dante Yeager, finish him off. Impudent boy, stirring up my noble phantasm like a mixing bowl. Well, what are you waiting for? Do it. Master, we can't waste this opportunity they've created for us. Time to finish him off. This ends now. Excalibur! Boom. Demon God Pillar appears. And the melting pot, huh? Remove after 10 turns. Oh. We will stop him here.
UV カットセット。お任せください。ファール。お任せください。それ。バカンスですので。当てつけがましい少女だ。戦望の猛炎。嫉妬の猛炎。どんな波にも、はい、楽しみます。はい。それはすべての傷、すべての怨恨を癒す我らが故郷。権限せよ、ロードキャメロット。戦望の猛炎、当てつけがましい プールサイドは走りません。お任せください。ええ。苦しむがいい。それ。
Incineration Ritual Phoenix. Incineration Ritual Phoenix.
UV カットセット。もっと目覚めどれどこからはい苦しむがいい。くらえお任せください。いいのどこからそれどう逃がさない。当てつけがましい少女だ。嫉妬の猛炎嫉妬の猛炎。どう料理してもお任せください。目障りはいいのね。
I'm kind of just stalling now.
苦しむがいい。どう当てつけがましい少女だ。嫉妬の猛炎羨望の猛炎。
Shit. Even though I want to stall, I can't now.
さっさと済ませようぜ。頭から食べちゃうぞ。さっさと済ませようぜ。
どれはい。
I'm just gonna end up losing these two.
苦しむがいい。どう当てつけがましい少女だ。どれ嫉妬の猛炎。手すさびのようなものですね。さあどうだ。はい。
おい来た。任せな。言っとけ。
貶めるは神秘と地の言葉。すべてが分かれ、そして消える。
どうして
渇望の猛炎、羨望の猛炎。
さて派手にやられますかね。任せな。さて派手にやられますかね。言っとけ。行くぜてめえの自業自得だ。
Okay.
当てつけがましい少女。渇望の猛炎。渇望の猛炎。
坂島に死ね。ベルフ・アベスタ。
本気で行こうか。承知いたしました。あらあらまあまあ。ほうせい。
渇望の猛炎。嫉妬の猛炎。
Give me a break. Didn't really do nothing there.
UV カットセット。もっとどんな波にも負けません。幸福の時は来た。それは全ての傷、全ての怨恨を癒す我らが故郷。権限せよロードキャメロット。
貴様らの呪いを返してやろう。時計落ちるがいい。パンデモニウムケツ。
これは憎悪によって磨かれた我が魂の方向。ラグロンドメント・ニュヘイン。
ここまで来て我は消えたい。ただ消えたいのだ。
This is your end.
喝采を、我らの憎悪に喝采を。
Accept it with grace. Only 426? What the hell? I was like it was gonna be 5. Oh shit, starts at 4. Wait, I thought they said it started at 6. Hold on. Crap. It says the demon god pillar is slowing down. It's working. Almost there. Please stop it. You're destroying Laputa. If you do that, I'll have to die over and over. Who knows how many times. Again. Ha ha ha. This poison's not so bad once you get used to it. It's starting to feel more like a nice hot bath. At any rate, I told you that men and women have an important role, but you still don't get what comes after that. It's okay to live in fear of death. That's a feeling everyone has at 2 different degrees. But it's because Death inevitably comes at an end that you have come to make sure to enjoy life. A good life is spent enjoying the pleasures it offers, enjoying food, enjoying drinks, enjoying battles, enjoying sex, enjoying laughter. I have every sympathy for you that you were able to live like that. But even if you weren't, you should still find a way to smile. That exquisite body of yours is wasted if all you are is miserable. Groan. Wait, no, that's not right. Sorry, forget I said that. You are a strong woman to have fought death for so long, but the time for that is over. Now you should live your life in a way that makes you happy. The way you're living now always streaks away the fear of death, constantly hanging over you to the point where you can't muster the slightest hint of joy. How is that any different from being dead? I don't know about you, but the idea of living your whole life dreading what comes at the end doesn't sound like much fun to me. If you're prepared to destroy the world all because you don't want to die, if you've got that much strength within you, then show me you're also prepared to meet life head on with a smile. I don't understand. I'll never understand. I can't smile. What would be the point? Men are suckers for women with lovely smiles. Naturally, that goes for me too. So, if you smile, you'll be able to land yourself a real catch like me. If you landed me, I'd gladly make love to you. I'd do anything in my power to ensure we had beautiful, healthy children. And I'd protect you from all matters of death, from the pain and frustration that life keeps throwing at you as much as I possibly can. Is he sexually harassing her? Is he confessing his love for her? Is he confessing his love for her? No, this is Fergus's way of being encouraging. Never mind what he is saying. His voice is filled with such life-alarming energy. It is practically brimming with energy. Haha, if I inspired that sort of reaction in you, Miss Marge, that's a fine compliment indeed. But then I guess that's no surprise, seeing as that was also one of my best pickup lines yet. There's not a woman in the world who wouldn't fall for it. And I haven't let up on my spiral sword one bit either. A true Celtic warrior is one who both gets the girl and saves the world. That is the most arrogant, bullheaded, egotistical, moronic, self-centered way of thinking that with one's phallus I've ever heard. Those words are no more than wind. They are utterly hollow. There's no way to protect someone from all manners of death. It's absolutely impossible. You've got a point there. There may have been a bit much. But, if someone like Miss Scottalk were to attack us, we'd be pretty thoroughly screwed. But even in times like that, there'll be something there to replace your fear of death. And I think the quickest way there is to help you get over it. Have you ever been attended to by a handsome man who when you were ill, or had a beloved child squeeze your hand while you were laid up in bed? I don't understand. Just what are you trying to say? Scheherazade, it's normal to fear death. But fear can be laid to rest by living a meaningful life. Exactly, you need old beautiful bodied one. You see old beautiful bodied one, even the young master gets it. Well, I have seen it firsthand by a lot by now. If a man you love from the bottom of your heart or a child you had raised with tender care were by your side, you wouldn't even have time to fear death. I imagine you're only saying such things because you've never been able to negate that fear. No, not yet. What? Then tentacles are shooting out from his body and heading for... Oh no! It can't be. He still had that much strength left? It hurts. I'm dying. While living, I'm dying in the middle of visional contradiction when life becomes death. I am too exhausted to escape this muddied space of life and death, nor can I escape from that spiraling rainbow gouging away at me. Scheherazade, Scheherazade, give me the last of your strength, your life, even a little will do. Ah! I'll die like this, but the concept I represent will end without dying. Somewhere the concept of Phoenix will have a worthless, meaningless end where it dies countless times without rebirth. I'm melting, I'm sinking, it hurts to the inferi. Hurry and give them to me. You lagged, I don't want to die. Hurry up, it hurts. Ah! How many times have I suffered the pain of death, the fear of death? It's not fair. We're the only one. Wait, we're the only ones. The only ones. It's not fair. It's not right. I won't accept it. Hurry, we must finish him off. Or perhaps we should use a projectile of some sort to finish off Scheherazade instead. Wait, hang on. Don't think we need to do that. No, this time I refuse. What are you doing? Have you gone mad, my friend? I thought you feared death as I do. That you understood it like I do. Indeed, I do. I understand it very well. I know that I won't change, even when this transient life ends and the next me begins anew elsewhere. I have little doubt that I will again be dreading the prospect of death. But despite that, Phoenix, the way you are now is just a bit unseemly. What is this? What is this? What is this, Scheherazade? Fearing death as I do, I can't help but be particular about the manner in which I die. And at least I've decided I don't want this death to be at the hands of something as unseemly as you. It is that simple. Ugh, I can't keep this up any longer. Now is the time. Bring him down. As you wish, my little empress. Hurrah! Life and death, life and death, life and death, life and death, death. No, that's how the daughter of a poor government official would laugh. Yes, there we go. That's how an empress should laugh. I worked really hard, you know. I studied as much as I could. I memorized books and poems. I suppressed my desire to play. Everything I did to get where I wanted to go. I am an empress. I decided that's what I would be, so that's what I will be, right? To the end. That criminal got the punishment he deserved. Well done. Wu Zetian. I only came to see that this criminal was properly punished. I had no interest in saving any of you. You hear me? I know, but thank you anyway. We are in your debt, your highness. Still, since I was able to torture that imbecile who tried to overthrow my nation myself, I'm in a rather good mood, an excellent mood, in fact. So, just for today, I may just permit you to pat my head or give me candy if you like. Maybe we'll see her again someday. I've already summoned her. True. Our lives are prone to unexpected goodbyes and meetings alike. That's just how it is. And right now, we are still here. As I said, I know that I won't change. Not one bit. But I think it is your fault that I did that. You sure you haven't changed just a bit? It's because you said that the fear of death could be laid to rest by living a meaningful life. I simply cannot possibly believe that. but it did get me thinking just a little in a simplistic, fleeting, reflexive sort of way, without any thought as to what the future may actually hold, about how I might prefer to die when the time comes. Dying with those I loved by my bedside, secure in the knowledge that I had lived a full life. Or dying by becoming part of something unseemly that is just using me as an energy source. I thought, given the choice between those two possibilities, which should I choose? And I merely ended up choosing the former without even realizing I had done so, that is all. Haha, I see. Still, I'm glad to hear it. Fergus! Now, don't look at me like that. I pushed myself well beyond my limit. After all, this was bound to happen when all was said and done. But my body and spirit are in tatters at this point. But having my present and my past, my life and my death, all in one form like this isn't so bad. Hey, Scheherazade. If I got you to believe in living a meaningful life, then I guess all that blathering of mine paid off. Even if that belief only lasts for this short time. If you can, I hope you'll also sit down at some point and reread the events that took place here in Agartha as one of your own stories. And that you'll come to see yourself as the woman who despised immortality in the end. It'd be a lot more constructive than going through life always thinking about how you don't want to die. I don't know about that. I still don't understand at all. I see. In that case, you'll need a teacher who you can depend on. Someone like Fergus McRoich, as handsome a man as you'll ever find. The next time you come to life, make sure you seek me out and let me make love to you. Do that and you'll be sure to understand. Okay, that's clearly sexual harassment. What a strange man you are. Oh ho, does that mean you'll do it? Not at all. I refuse from the bottom of my heart. In fact, I thoroughly detest dealing with you in any capacity. You're slightly more bearable as you are now, but I refuse to meet your adult self. It will lead to an entirely different, perhaps worse kind of death. You have a point there. I have made a great many women feel as though they were about to die from sheer bliss. Hehe, now look what you've done. My end approached and I had no time to prepare because... Okay. That's definitely sexual harassment. Prepare because you got me thinking about the kind of death you would give me. Ah, now I see. So this is what you meant. Haha. Maybe she did smile in the end. At least a little. Sure, Fergus, she sure did. Now then, I think it's time for me to go, too. I may have been miscast from the start, and I can't even do a good job as a bit part player. But to be honest, I enjoyed adventuring in this underground world with you all. I have no regrets. I hope we'll meet again someday if we get the chance. Next time, I hope I can drink with you in my true knight form without any reservation. Some bit player he was. That kind of extra doesn't even leave the room for the stars. Indeed, given that he so brilliantly prevented Laputa from crashing into the land. Yep, he was the lead role. No two ways about it. Hey guys, sorry to interrupt, but now's not exactly the time to be getting all sentimental. Thanks to Fergus' spiral sword physically destroying Laputa's landscape, it's completely come to a halt. And we no longer have to worry about it falling on a major city, however. The trade-off is that the singularity is disappeared, which means Laputa is going to completely fall apart. In other words, the chance of your survivals are dropping rapidly even as we speak. Okay, I take that last part back. Fergus isn't the lead anymore. Where's he get off destroying the ground we walk on without so much as an Ostafo may I? Agreed, though I do not believe there was any time to discuss it, nor any alternative solution at hand. Mosh, the first thing I need you to do is calculate where the wreckage separating from Laputa will land. Done. Don't worry. It's going to fall on the Tiberian Plateau. There are no people there. In that case, we'll worry about it later. I do feel a little bad for all the nature and wildlife that's going to be majorly affected by this though. I also don't envy the people from the association in this time who will have to deal with this mess. But oh well, nothing I can do about that. No sir. Now then, let's order next order of business, rescuing the people still on Laputa. Can't you just race shift master out of here? There are other humans here as well, as you may recall, namely the surviving resistance members and the men who had been imprisoned. Oh crap, I forgot all about them. Maybe my hippogriff could... No, there's no way he could carry everyone. What do we do? Wait, I just remember, Astolfo, remember the resistance men you put to work. Thanks to them, the survivors should all be gathered in one place now. Is there no way we can help them escape, Mademoiselle Da Vinci? Just call me Da Vinci. Anyway, I know we have to do something about them. The question is what? I'm running all sorts of simulations as we speak, but there's so little time. Oh crap, the shaking's getting even worse. Don't think we got time to wait for the perfect solution. But for the moment, I'll get on my trusty hippogriff and make sure there's no stragglers. If I find any, I'll bring them to the meet point, so make sure you think of a way to get them out of here. In the meantime, up, and away! Oh, my apologies. I was so taken by the spectacle unfolding before me that I forgot to make my report. Well, better late than never, I suppose. Astolfo, you may wish to pay attention to your flight path. Ow! What was that? It looks like some sort of flying silver pod. Looks like you could use some help. I can feel Mahatma at work in this too. It's Helena! Miss Helena, you look even more radiant than usual. Yes, it's me, Helena Blavatsky, flying explorer extraordinaire. But what are you doing here? I mean, I'm very happy to see you and all, but... now you mention it, what am I doing here? First, an Agartha, no, a guy with a weird beard shot me. But I survived because I fell into a nearby river. But I was still in really bad shape, so I erected a really strong barrier and went to sleep underground so that I could heal. Then after I recovered, I started exploring Agartha itself. Oh, and I just happened upon a holy grail. I brought it back to my mobile lab and used it to power up into Super Helena, which is nice and all. But then I noticed all the shaking, and I thought it might have been something I did, so I decided to come out and see what was going on. You know, it actually feels like there was something different about me before I went to sleep, but I can't put my finger on it. If Helena was a part of the cast in Scheherazade's story, she may have had some sort of inauthenticity. Not that there's any way to find out now, of course. A holy grail underground, perhaps that was what served as the Singularity structural core. I imagine it must have come free once the destruction was underway. Oh, Sherlock, I didn't know you were here too. No exploring for you this time, huh? Anyway, what happened to Agartha? When do I get my chance to shine? Wait, hang on, I just realized this whole landmass is flying. What sort of mystical forces are at play here? And why is it all falling apart? Do I even have time to explore it now? Never mind that now, Helena, there's something important we need to ask you. You're the only one who can help us. It says, could you fit about 100 people? It says, could you fit about 100 people on there? Well, there's no room for them inside, but I think I can all lift on top. Master and Dayon could ride on Astolfo's hippogriff, but there are other people there that need help. All you'll have to do is keep them safely on the ground, please. I get the feeling I already missed out on all the fun stuff, and I am not happy about that. But in the face of such a heartfelt plea, I suppose I have no choice but to say, of course, just this once, I'll let you all experience how wonderful Mahatma is for yourself. And so they watched the event unfold from the back of Astolfo's hippogriff. There the story comes to a close. The fantastical city created by soothing words of a woman terrified of death was falling apart. A downward gaze would reveal the men aboard the flying saucer waving their hands wildly, as it made its way to the ground in what might generously be described as an erratic manner. No doubt they will soon arrive at their homes where their loving family awaits them. They will tell their wives, their children, their friends about their adventures here, and in time most likely forget about them. That is their story, a story that only they can tell. The destruction continued at pace, pieces of earth as though suddenly remembering they are not meant to fly, make their way back to the ground where they belong, accompanied by great sounds akin to heavy rain, the peal of thunder, or a woman sobbing. Laputa, the whore for the woman who gave it its name, one filled with self-loathing and resignation. It may have felt like a part of herself, as one which she had entrusted her fondest wish. Or perhaps it was more akin to a past she despised, one she wished to destroy by crashing it into the world. No doubt such a question will find its answer in the story only she can tell. And I guess that's where we're in it. Perhaps it needs a bit more. Thus, they successfully, brilliantly, in carrying out the remnant order for the underground world. But we must not forget that there were 4 pillars which escaped from the Temple of Time. We know that there are other survivors still remaining. Curiously, this case, much like Shinjuku, seems steep in stories. Putting the question of whether these 2 cases shared similar themes aside, the time will no doubt come soon when they find themselves in the mix of another new story. That does make it clearer, but it also rather superfluous. Then again, it may be important to allude to the fact that these events are still in motion. I can't just seem to find the right words for this last sentence. I think I shall have to come back to it later. Jotting down my thoughts to help pass the time is all well and good, but it's clear that I have no talent for the written word. I learned that lesson well during the case of the Blanched soldier and the case of the lion's mane. If it's all going to turn out the same in the end, I may as well leave the storytelling to Watson and save myself some time. Then again, when you get right down to it, perhaps there would be no need to record my case at all if there were a beautiful woman with a lovely voice, ready to tell these stories at any time. Oh, I sense a beautiful woman nearby. Guess I was imagining things. I could have sworn I smelled perfume though. Oh well, guess I'll just have to go back to casually showing off my muscles with Celtic push-ups. Back when I was a kid, I used to do this whenever I had a spare moment in order to train. But now that I've put on all this muscle, I only do it to show off, don't I? Hop, 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 hop. All right, beautiful woman. Feel free to pass through this hall. Feast your eyes on these manly muscles and be overcome with lust any time now. I love this dude. He's hilarious. There! Luxurious curves at 12 o'clock. Not again. You know I haven't bedded any women lately. Maybe I lost my touch. I'd better find a way to turn things around before it's too late. That was too close. I must be certain to never ever run into him. After all, I don't want to die just yet. You won't die, girl. You'll have a meaningful chance, a meaningful life. Well, now, that was sweet and definitely sexual harassment. That was definitely sexual harassment. But we finally completed the subterranean world of folklore. Agartha happily ever after. So I hope you guys all enjoyed it. This is where we're actually ending the stream. And we got the actual Holy Grail, thank God. So now there's nothing more to do than to finish my other stream for the other thing, which I will do after my other live stream today. So I hope to see all of you guys during the next one. This has been Hunter Ragic, and I'm signing out. See you guys later. Peace.